Hey guys, I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Becky.
And we are the Sorry Girls, and you may or may not know, but we are kind of the unofficial official channel for making Halloween costumes.
We have about 4 years experience.
I think it's almost 5.
Yeah, a YouTube video making Halloween costumes under our belt, so we can safely say that we're a pretty reputable source for Halloween costumes.
So we welcome you to our Elsa Halloween costume tutorial. We do encourage you to check out our other Halloween costumes, which are linked in the playlist below, and there'll be a link at the end, just in case Elsa's not your thing. But if it is, we are going to show you how to make a Elsa costume for a young adult.
But also, we do have a couple tips here and there along the way if you did want to make this for a child, because we know that's so popular this year, and it's sold out a lot of places too.
Yeah.
We're here for you.
Don't worry, we got you.
So let's show you how we did it.
We're going to start with how you make the skirt. So for the whole Elsa dress, we bought 3 yards of this satiny fabric, but the stretchier the fabric, the better, which we learned along the way. So you're going to start by taking your fabric and making sure it reaches the floor and that it can fit around your body and the widest part of your body, like your butt. So make sure you have enough fabric to go around your butt, and then you can pin that point and lay it on the floor, good sides together, and cut a straight line from that point down.
So we're going to lay it on the floor with the good side facing downwards. You're going to need some elastic, however thick you want. Lay your elastic along the top, and we're going to make a tube a little bit wider than the elastic, so you can use your elastic as a reference here. So we're just going to pin all the way along the top of the skirt. And make sure you take the elastic out before you go ahead and stitch all the way along. And it should look something like this.
And when we were done, we taped an elastic to a pencil so that we could easily thread our elastic through the tube. So next, put it on, and before you cut your elastic, you're going to want to stretch it, make sure you can get over your butt, and secure it with a pin so you know how long to cut it. And then we're just gonna stitch 2 lines so that our elastic is held together.
So now we're going to figure out how high you want your slit to be. You can be as risque or not risque if you want. Go ahead, just put a pin there where you'd like your slit to end. And we're going to pin starting below the elastic all the way down to that point. Then we're going to separate the fabrics to make our slit, and go ahead and just hem those 2 pieces if your fabric frays. And we're going to do this whole thing inside out. And then go ahead and cut your skirt if it's too long, and make sure you hem the bottom as well.
So next, for the top part. So we made our top out of fabric, but another option is to also use a corset, such as this one, which we got from Wholesale Halloween Costumes, and we actually have a coupon code for you guys, so you can go ahead and check that out in the description. But if you'd like to see the tutorial on how we made this top, you can click the tutorial right here. And the last top option is if you are making it for a child.
So to make the child top, or I guess just more shapeless, easier top, you're going to go ahead and measure all the way around your waist and divide that number in half, and go ahead and mark that out. Again, make sure your fabric is folded inside out with the good side inside. And then measure how long you'd like the shirt to be, and go ahead and measure that out as well. Then just go ahead and pin this giant rectangle shape that we've made and cut it out. Next, we're going to remove the pins and open the entire thing up. It should be a really long rectangle. And we're just going to go ahead and hem the entire thing so it doesn't fray.
And just like in our other tutorial, we're going to use Velcro to do it up. So cut Velcro that's the right length, and put 1 piece of Velcro on the outside of the top and 1 piece of Velcro on the inside. Pin along this area, and then make sure you add a stitch so it stays together, and it'll look something like this. So our next step is to add the glitter, which is so exciting. So we took some tacky spray and did a light coat over the whole top. And this turquoise glitter we got from Michael's, we just did a light coat. And pro tip here, use a piece of scrap paper to make sure that the glitter is setting and it's really sticking on there, not just settling on top. So after a coat, it looks something like this, and towards the bottom of the top, we are doing a light to white ombre. So kind of a mixture of the turquoise and white is gonna give us this ombre effect that we're gonna bring into the skirt.
Once it's dry, it will look something like this.
Beautiful.
And here is how our glitter kids option looks. So for the skirt, we just stretched it over a cardboard box so that the glitter had a flat surface to lie on. And again, spray lightly with the tacky spray and go ahead and do the blue to white ombre. We're gonna do more white on the skirt than blue though, so that it fades well with the top ombre.
And this is how we made the sleeves for Elsa. So we got this very stretchy, light sheer fabric. It was called Invisible Mesh in the fabric store. And our first step is to measure our arm span, just like that. Then we folded our fabric diagonally and made sure that this one long piece was the arm span length. And it works this way for the finger points that we'll show you later. After you make sure that it's the wingspan, you're going to fold it in half again. And this time you're taking your body measurement around your waist and divide that by 4, and we're gonna mark that onto our fabric. Next step is from the top of your shoulders to the length you'd like it, and we did a crop top length. And the next measurement is the widest part of your arm, which is kind of around your shoulder. This one's just divided by 2. And we're gonna mark it here. And then we're gonna figure out how big we want our neckline, so how wide and how short. How wide you divide by 2, and we can mark it there. And how low, mark that there as well. And you can just pin along these lines so it's easy to cut out, and make sure you round where the armpit is so that it fits well.
Then you're gonna remove all the pins and open it up, and it should look kind of like a shirt at this point. We're gonna go ahead and repin each side, leaving the bottom open of course, and go ahead and sew that up. Now we're gonna cut out the neck hole, so make sure you're only cutting through one side of the shirt, so cut a straight line at the top, and then round where you drew it out. And then we're gonna use this half as a template to cut out the second half in the exact same shape.
And a little disclaimer here, we know this is not the correct way you're supposed to sew a top or sew sleeves onto a top, but this is the easiest way by far, and we still think the end product looks great.
So you'll probably notice at this point, if you put your shirt on inside out, that it's a little loose because people's arms aren't straight all the way down. So go ahead and take a couple pins and pin it to the tightness you'd like, and go ahead and stitch that up.
So the last step is those finger points we were talking about. I don't really know what to call them. If yours isn't pointed, now is the time to cut it in this diagonal point like ours is. Next, you're gonna take some string or some wire and just make a circle shape, kind of like you're making a string ring. And then you just have to tuck it under, kind of like you're making a little tube, and stitch it up with some thread by hand, and you'll have this nice point.
And finally, for the Elsa cape, we bought this amazing ombre kind of light chiffon from a fabric store in Toronto. If you can't find ombre, don't worry, light blue will do. Just make it as big as you'd like your cape to fall. Then go ahead and open up the top piece we made earlier. And we're going to be stitching the cape to the back piece. So you're going to need to fold under your cape and tuck in pin. And you will probably have to fold these pretty tight for it to fit. Once you've gone all the way across, you can go ahead and stitch that up. And then once it's done, we folded it over, and we actually used a iron to make it lie flat. And it ended up looking like this. And just like in our adult one, our child size, you would just go ahead and pin the cape to the back half of the shirt. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed that video and you found it really helpful if you were planning to make this costume.
Like we said before, Halloween playlist is in the description below and
At
the
the
link at
end.
the end. We also have a special behind the scenes vlog of us getting all the materials to make Elsa and our trials and tribulations along the way.
As you can imagine, this project was a huge undertaking, so there was some struggles along the way.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
And we figured it out for you, so when you try it, it'll be a little bit easier, right?
Yeah, so head on over to the vlog channel to see that as well.
And I think we're done here.
We hope you guys have an awesome Halloween and enjoy all of our other videos as well.
See you guys soon.
Bye. Bye.